Oh yeah, how are we doing? How is we doing today? It's a beautiful Sunday, and the thing that I have to do is going to take more than 2 days because I got to get another part. But we took off. Where'd we go? We took off the pathetic, crappy POS hardline, like robbed raw power steering line, right? So it's gone. And I needed to find out what kind of flange this was, so I had to cut it off, take it to the hardware store to order my last piece. But if you are going to do an AN line fitting power steering adapter, power steering line kit, you're gonna want, for the LS, mine's the Camaro, like the O2 LS 5.7, power steering pump is M16-1.5. So you need one of these for the power steering to go to 6 AN. And I got that. I got 2 of them because I thought that it was metric on both. But the one down there is an inverted flare 11/16 by 18. So that'll be in tomorrow and I'll thread it on there. But as you can see, I got this little line right here. That's that adapter piece into the power steering. And before it went down and it was pretty much rubbing on the belt. It was way too tight of a, I mean, it was too less, there wasn't enough hose to actually like do a nice little bend. So this is just all gaudy and awful. It was leaking anyways, needed to go. So we got that on there, and I've already got my 90 fitting, and I'll put the kit on. This is like, I forgot, I think it's like 10 feet or something like that, with a bunch of fittings. So basically what we're going to do is we're going to have her on here, and I'm just going to hand tighten her right there, bam, and we'll have not all this ugly slack, but we'll have a little bit going down, and I just got to measure it all out to see what I actually need. See if I can do this with one hand. So we're going to have it go over, and I'll probably have like a mount for it, and then down. And it looks like we can do a straight down. Or no, I'll probably do the like the 45-degree piece, not the straight. There's your straights. There, 45-degree, we'll do that just to be on the safe side, give it some more slack. And we'll have this running over here, straight on down. Nice and loose, so nothing kinked or anything. Or I don't know what would be a good fitting to put down here, honestly. Probably the 30. I'll have to figure that out. But we'll have her in here nice and clean looking. Give her enough space there just to go straight down into here. So once that part comes in, I'll show you how to do the other part and how to set it up and get her connected. But it came with some of these AN clamp fitting thingies, which I don't think I can really mount. I think it's meant for 2 hoses. So I'm gonna have to go get me a hose, or what do I call them? These little bad boys, and I'll put it on this 10 mil spot. And I'll put it on that 10 mil spot, and then we'll have it ran and mounted right here, nice and secure on this part, and go straight down from there. That way it's not rubbing, or we don't want it to eventually give out. But yeah, so tomorrow I will continue this video, and I'll see y'all in 5 seconds. Boom, it is the next day. The fitting came in. Haha, there she is. She's put in. It fits. I'm gonna go and do a 45 too. I'll show you when I put it on, but I went ahead and put it on and marked it with a little knife cut. And we're gonna take it over here to my station. It's gonna be the trash can today. And we gotta get a perfect cut. And I think the way I'm gonna do it is this thing came with, don't mind all that, it came with those little pieces. I'm thinking I'm going to use them. Let me pull this out. What I'm going to do is, since they're connected, I'm gonna use them. First of all, let me put y'all on the handy dandy trash can here, if I can. Okay, how do we look? Yeah, we're all right. So what I'm gonna, oh, never mind, hold up. Dag nabbit, I need a tripod, I really do. Okay, so I got my marking right here, right? What I'm thinking about doing here is putting this over the marking and then using it as a guide to cut it flush. And I think that's gonna be good. How I'm gonna do that is going to, where's it at? Should be right. Okay, so there's my scoring. I don't know if y'all can see that. And I've got this piece that goes right here. I'm gonna cut it. But I'm gonna put some tape around here so the steel braids don't frail up too bad. So let me get some tape real quick. All right, this line's just gonna do whatever it wants to do. It's typical. It's probably gonna fall off the trash can. So I got this line right here, not line, it's tape. I'm gonna put it right here. Cut her down. And I'm gonna bring this back over here, like so. And now we know where we gotta cut. And I think I'm gonna go ahead and put vice grips on this just to guarantee no hand injuries. So we're gonna have it in the vise right there. And there's our cut. So I'm gonna cut right here real quick and we'll go from there. Shouldn't be too bad. Oh, well, I say that. Gonna do this with my safety glasses. I made the safety glass joke, but I'm gonna go get my safety glasses. Where art thou? Okay, we are now ready for the cutting of the line. Okay, so now we have the leftover line gone. I don't know if y'all can see this on camera, but we have a perfectly flush little cut. And you want to get rid of the tape. And I don't think we have any frails here, which is good. But if you had some bad needling, you would want to snip it. But it looks good to me. And in this box, the kit you buy it from comes with its like punch here. And that's to make sure you got it nice and flushy here. Looks like I do. She looking good. So, bam, we got that part done, right? So, the next part, we get the flathead. Where did I put that flathead? You can use a pick or a needle. I chose to use a flathead. The goal here is to put it right in there and just kind of pry all the steel back, about a ½ inch. So I go in, I pry out, I rotate, go in, pry out, I rotate, but I got a little too carried away there. Before you even do that, we got to put the PTFE part in. So we're going to pull this part off right here, right? And this piece goes on the hose. And then this is, you see how it's funneled towards the hose and flat towards the actual fitting. You want to remember that. Here's our piece that goes onto the hose. And you literally just kind of pry it on there like so. Don't have to worry about where it goes for now. Now we can pry this open, because if you would have pried it first, it would have been a pain in the balls to get her all back on there. So we're gonna pry it open about 1/2 inch all the way around. Of course, the line's like bouncing off the trash can, so it probably doesn't sound good. And there we go. So now you want to get your little piece with the funnel side down into around the PTFE hose and in between the steel wool. And you'll notice there's a little gap in the top part of this. You want that flush with the hose. So we'll literally smack her in there. Just kind of push her in, push her in. It makes a pretty subtle like thunk. Also, when you're doing this, I don't know if y'all can see how close that is to my thumb, but wear gloves if you have to. But those steel pieces will hurt. They do not feel good. And now that it's in, you can take that punch piece and kind of push down on it. I usually take the back end and it's flush all the way in there, which is great. So we'll put this up. And now you'll take your other piece, which I usually put some sort of, I got a little bit of oil. I'm just gonna put a dab of oil because it's hydraulic fluid, just to help it seat in there. And it really is a pain in the butt to put in, but you're gonna want to rotate it in there till there it goes. Bam, nice and tight. Shiny part is flush with the blacked out flat part where the threads go. Then you take this piece and you bring it all the way back, right on over, and you thread it on. And just like that, I can no longer hide behind the camera because I know that you all saw that. Then we just have to thread it on. And I'm not too worried about the anodizing being damaged or anything. So over here, this bright ass light, I've got my AN wrench, PTFE wrench, whatever you want to call it, and my handy dandy vise. I just put it in the vise. Like I said, if you're worried about it being non-scratched and crap, they make little kits for your vise. I, on the other hand, do not care. This is not a McLaren. And then we're just going to tighten it on there. Oh. And that piece is cross-threaded. So, your boy did not do it right. And by did not do it right, I mean I didn't thread it on all the way like I thought I did. So that sucks. Let me pull this one out. What a bummer. Not a big deal, but kind of a big deal, I guess, really. She looking good. Then we grab our new piece. Gonna have to self-lube it with some slobber. And okay, get it on there. Now let's go ahead and thread this on correctly. There we go. So now it's like butter. So I'm gonna thread it real quick. Got it about halfway threaded on there. And now I trust that it ought to go on. Oh yeah. This is the part where we tighten her down and get her nice and flush. Okay. Booyah. And just like that, we now have an AN power steering line. Or PTFE, whatever you want to call it, same shit. Different name. So now I'm gonna have to find a spot to put you guys. I do not have. Oh, that looks good. You may fall, and by may you're gonna fall. I already know. So now what I can do here is I can fight it first of all. This piece will go to the power steering adapter, which was like 11 by 16, 18-18, standard, inverted. All right, that one's in. We'll go over here and we'll thread on this one. I don't know how well y'all can see this. Yeah, you guys can kind of see it. Well, mother trucker. We will thread this one on, and or attempt to, I should say. We don't want to cross thread it. We've learned that lesson. Luckily I got a spare on this one. Do I want to use that spare? No. Come on now. Why you be this way? Go on there flat. I did this to make it easier on myself, not harder. Come on now. Come on now. There it is. Alright. I can kind of wiggle it around. I could run it like that if I wanted to. Now, you don't want to tighten them up on either side because you see how they can rotate? We want to get it in the position before we tighten it down. So for now, until I get my 3/8, like one of these bad boys, the little rubber grommet, we're going to zip tie it. Because zip ties solve everything in this world. So I'm going to zip tie it right over here to the coil pack mount area, just to kind of keep it away from everything, even though it's not really on anything. But I want to hold its position right about here before I tighten it down. And I dig it, actually. I like where everything is here. So I don't know if y'all can see that. It loops over and straight down into there. As you can see, I did the 45 because I didn't want to kink it straight down. It's got some room to play. I could have ran it from the bottom down, and maybe someday I will, but I really didn't want to freaking, after that other issue with it rubbing on the line, hey, what's it called? Serpentine belt. I really didn't want to go over that again. So now I'm gonna tie this down real quick, and yeah, that's all she wrote. And it's literally that simple. I'll have the links for the power steering, which is the 16.5 or 16 by 1.5 adapter. And if you have like an old style power steering pump with the O-ring inside, inverted flare, and I don't really have the other piece. Inverted flare, this isn't inverted flare, this is the O-ring style. Inverted flare is like a giant cone that goes over the actual steering thing. I don't have the bolt anymore. I don't know where it, oh, it's over here. If you have one of these styles, see, it just kind of caps on top of the power steering. I had to take my nut to the bolt store to find out what size it was, because there's like 15 different sizes apparently. But yeah, that's how y'all do it. Super easy. This kit was like $50, I think, for all the line. I still have, I don't know, 5 feet, 4 feet left. So I'll probably do some more AN stuff on here. Field rails or something. I don't really know yet. But yeah, that's the end of this video, guys. I'll catch y'all in the next one. And let me know what I think let me know what you think I should do first. Should I go ahead and start on this interior, or just get the interior done, put a radio in there, you know, sound deaden it? Or should I go ahead and start gutting this thing? winter project. Let me know what you think. If we do the car, I'm gonna have to rip the dash out. So the car will be shut down for a little bit, so I can get the dash custom made. Harness will be all done. Either way, you let me know. So yeah, that's it. I'll see y'all on the next one. Y'all have a wonderful Monday night. It'll be Wednesday when y'all see this. It's getting cold in Oklahoma, so I think we're gonna have to say goodbye to the flip-flops. So goodbye to me and the flip-flops till then.